another. Okay. Never mind.
That one's charged, and I'm getting ready to plug the hot one in and let it cool.
Put it on charger.
Yeah, I am. That's why I said plug it in and set it cool.
That one will probably be charged by the time
Alrighty then.
this one dies.
Yes, he's not worried about getting pulled over.
No. I don't know what the speed limit is. I'm doing 70 as it is. You know?
I haven't seen a speed limit sign. I've seen every other sign, but not a speed limit sign. It could be 75 through here for all we know.
It's a county road.
We're
I
at
don't
mile
know.
marker 329.
Yeah, but they go in a certain direction. You know, the low side is so God knows how many miles it's going to be. It could be 576 or something.
Right.
You know? Now it's 323 miles back that way. The road is.
Yep. Travel cop right there. They didn't nail that guy, but
The RV's right behind me too.
they might go easier on the locals though than they do white people coming through here.
You'd have to get every one of them right behind me
Yeah,
too.
sure would. I didn't see him moving.
No.
He didn't look too worried about it.
Could be on the lookout for somebody too.
Show me where your cat was. Yeah, there's really pretty Rainbow Mountains to this, just less than 25 miles. This is kind of boring.
Yeah, it's like Kansas. And New Mexico is fucking like that. Same distance.
And the people that built near that cliff face, those green trees, they're the luckiest. They still get a little shade,
Yeah.
protection from the wind.
Well, it all depends on which way the wind's blowing. Like my trailer, comes from the south almost all the time. And that's another thing I learned on the river. Find out which way the wind's blowing if you're gonna go boating or kayaking, something like that.
Mhm.
'Cause that shit'll pull you. I don't care how fast you think you're going, it's gonna pull you back. I haven't seen a stop or a speed limit sign either.
No, this whole stretch since we turned off, I've been looking for one and I haven't seen one. Except coming into Tuba City where it dropped to 45, that's the only speed limit sign I've seen.
What time's it getting to be?
It is
Noon?
11:41.
That's close. over 1,000 feet. Well, what if you're at 5,000 feet and there's a mountain standing in front of you?
Right.
You know? Motel 6 at VA paying for it. I had food stamps still from Arizona, so I wasn't paying for jack, you know. And I was paying to boot. Some guy asked me to do this garage, like 20,000 feet. I said, man, I can't do that. He says, it's just all walls and shit. It's just one big open space. I did it. I walked out of there. I left there, coming back to Arizona with $5 grand in my pocket. So I said, fuck it, no trails, museums are closed. So that's when the last time I was there was COVID. When it just started.
I've seen sheep and goats. Tonalea.
I didn't think,
Tonalea. That's where we are.
I didn't think
Tonalea.
we had gone an hour. I was hoping.
Right?
Yeah.
Not quite. Blink and you miss it town. Literally.
Pretty close. I've been in smaller though.
Yeah, so have I. Not by much though.
Is it open?
It had an open sign, but
Did it 150 miles. You know? Seriously. Yeah, I don't either. I mean, look at the last grocery store you were at. Bash's.
Yeah.
So the next one's going to be in this Cayeta.
Cayenta.
Cayeta. So just to go, you know, if you want a gallon of milk and shit, look at. I mean,
Talking an hour.
I don't
I
get it.
imagine they probably shop by the month, maybe even by every 2 months. If they have electricity, if they've got
Yeah.
freezers, they can store stuff.
Yeah, but
Still, that's a lot of
Yeah.
gas.
you would think they started a job in industry, you know? Now, again, there was a casino back there.
That's probably some of their revenue.
Right.
Twin Arrows, I think, is owned
Yeah,
by the Indian
but
Nation.
Are they all together?
I
That's
don't
what I'm
know.
saying.
I don't know.
You know, if they're all separate, you know, Hopi is one and
Navajo is another, and Utah is a separate one.
yeah. No, casino I could see making a lot of money.
Yeah. And that would generate revenue for the entire res, their schools,
Yeah, the jobs.
their jobs, schools,
They
electricity.
live out way out here. I don't get it. Just
And there's a lot of them. It's not
Yeah.
just spotty.
I know.
There's a lot.
They all have decent cars.
Except the junkyards we passed.
You probably saw junk. But the driving car is probably pretty good condition.
Get their parts.
You know, you could probably, that'd be a source of income, parts for a vehicle and shit, you know? Never know if you need a carburetor or starter or fucking, you know,
Yeah.
et cetera, et cetera. Instead of going
Brakes.
not like there's an auto zone down the street. Like that one, they got a junk and a nice one. There's probably, I wouldn't doubt, let's see. See, in Arizona, the only casinos there are Indian casinos,
Right.
you know. Let's see if there's one or two here in this next town. And then I can see them pooling the money, you know, that's supposed to go to the Indians
Right.
that way. But again, this whole part of the country, this is the only road there is.
Yeah.
You know, there is
Except for
nothing.
the couple of dirt roads that I've
yeah,
seen. But
yeah. Well, that's dirt road.
Yeah.
God knows where that goes.
God knows where it goes, and you probably better have 4x4.
Yeah. And a gun. No, it's that's a cell tower right there.
Yeah. Surprised they didn't make it look like a fake tree,
Yeah.
like the one they
I'm
built in
telling
Stone
you,
Dam.
they should have put a is that a cop? They should put a cell tower in Grand Canyon, personally. what they were talking about this morning on the news.
Yeah.
His mental ability right now. That's what they're all starting to question. Even the speaker I heard has like starting to get reservations and shit. Because honestly, all this shit is gonna kill the Republicans. Just fucking gonna kill them.
Yeah.
You know? Not paying the troops. Man, that's a bad strategy.
It is. That is a very bad strategy.
And
it pisses off the
I see the
military against
veterans
their own
next
country.
thing. See, that's what I worry about. I see the veterans next. I really do. If he's going to go after active military, he's going to go after, but he's going to
He's
go
gonna turn the country on itself.
no, there's going to be such a fucking outcry on that.
Yeah,
Not even
there
gonna be
is.
funny. No,
Not just active
again,
duty either.
midterms are just around the corner.
Yep.
And everything he does, it's a daily thing. They were talking today. Daily thing, something fucking he's causing shit somewhere, you know?
Yep.
And come midterms, everybody's gonna remember that. These people start losing all their benefits, their jobs. You know, again, all these hundreds of thousands of people that are gonna lay off, he says, and fire, those are all registered voters.
Yep.
And there's Republican districts where those guys live, okay? And they're gonna vote not Republican come election to get Congress back in order out of Republican hands. You see? It's in the garbage. That's what it's gonna take. Once it's out of the Republican hands, shit's gonna hit the fan. I'm telling you. And that could be next year. And again, I hope he keeps it up. Because the more people he pisses off, the more chance he's gonna fucking turn the House and Senate. So that's what I want him to do. You know? As long as he don't come after me, I'm cool. Let him do what he's gotta do. Because he's sounding more crazy on a daily basis.
He is.
And sooner or later somebody's gonna say 25th
Sending
Amendment.
National Guard into a city and then attacking its citizens.
And then I don't know how many it takes to invoke the 25th Amendment.
I don't know.
But that's what you'd need. And if they could get that, they could fucking. But then here you go, you got J.D. Vance. But J.D. Vance is not as extreme as Donald Trump. J.D. Vance doesn't have a hit list. You know, nothing like Donald
Or a
Trump
target
does.
list.
Right. So, and then I think, I'm not sure, but I think Mike Johnson becomes the vice president. And the thing is about J.D. Vance, he was, if I'm not mistaken, he was a military lawyer. And he wrote a book called Hillbilly Allergy, and it was dog cussing Trump. Now he's his vice president, you know? So, that's what's going to happen if Donald Trump leaves. But if they kick out Trump, people aren't going to fucking be on J.D. Vance's side. Trump, something about him, you know? He's got that Reverend Mooney thing, you know? People follow blindly. All for the greater good kind of stupid shit. So, we'll see what happens. Or he could just fucking make us all happy and have a heart attack. But then you got J.D. Vance again. But the Democrats need to pick a leader too. All these old guys that have been in there fucking 30, 40, 50 years, they need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Should
I've always thought they should be term limits on Senate seats.
Sure. There
Just like
should
there
be.
is the presidency.
There should be everything, even on Supreme Court. There should be term limits.
I've always thought that.
you know,
Even when I was a teenager, I thought
That's
that.
why it can't get the way it is now.